Just like every musical superstar, Kendrick Lamar also owns a car collection. But the Grammy Award winner isn't about flexing horsepower on Instagram or stacking garage rows like a dealership. It's not about one up-and-coming next rapper with the shiniest Italian import. Nah, Kendrick's taste in cars is more personal, more reflective. It's nostalgic, poetic even. Every car he owns is like a verse. Layered, specific, and deeply rooted in who he is and where he came from. Let's take a long, deep cruise through the collection. Starting in the streets of Compton, let's rewind to the early 2000s. Kendrick's coming up. Not quite good kid, mad city yet, but the hunger's there. His first real whip was a 1992 Cadillac Seville. It came with that classic V8 engine, pushing just over 200 horsepower, boxy as hell with luxury trimmings that were meant to scream "I've made it" back in the 90s. Kendrick didn't go full chrome or neon lights though. Nah, he kept it subtle. Clean paint, factory rims, but threw in some Lamborghini-style scissor doors. Because that's West Coast. That's Lowrider DNA. That's Compton. Some say his pops helped him get it. Others say it was his first big check from music. Either way, it was more than a car. It was a symbol of mobility, of making it out, of staying grounded while lifting off. Fast forward to a ride that's almost as synonymous with West Coast hip-hop as the genre itself. The 1964 Chevrolet Impala. It's what one thinks of when one pictures NWA rolling down Rosecrans or Snoop cruising Long Beach in a video. Kendrick's version was clean, classic, and dipped in authenticity. He rolled this beauty into his music video Humble for one. That car floating mid-air in the middle of a church aisle? Yeah, that was the Impala. Or maybe one spotted it in Mike Will Made It's Perfect Pint. Either way, the Lowrider speaks louder than any luxury badge. With its deep V8 rumble and the slow hydraulic bounce, this car is Kendrick's way of keeping the legacy alive. Not just hip-hop legacy, his legacy, his community, the streets he never forgot, even when the red carpets rolled out. And if the Impala is the West Coast anthem on wheels, the 1990 Cadillac Brougham is the silent nod to the OGs. It made its presence felt in the King Kunta video. Big body, leather seats, that classic vinyl top. This isn't a car you rush. You glide. You post up. You let the world see it in slow motion. It's got a 5.7-litre V8, but again, it's not about speed. It's about presence. That squared-off Cadillac silhouette was once the go-to for anyone chasing luxury with an edge. And Kendrick rides it like it's part of his story. Because it is. That car, that video, it all plays like a visual memoir, an homage to the men before him, who looked like him, who cruised those same boulevards with dreams tucked beneath their brimmed hats. Now, let's shift gears. By 2018, Kendrick's not just a respected rapper. He's a Pulitzer winner, a Grammy god, a cultural heavyweight. So what's parked in the driveway? A Mercedes-Benz G-Class, better known as the G-Wagon. He raps about it in United in Grief. It's a beast of a machine. 4-litre twin-turbo V8, 577 horsepower, 0 to 60 in 4.5 seconds. A luxury tank, basically. But Kendrick didn't just talk about it, he lived in it. There was that one time he got pulled over driving it around without a license plate. Headlines blew up, and Kendrick was cool as always. It's a status symbol, sure, but it fits Kendrick's paradox perfectly. Raw, rugged, but polished. Right beside it, one might spot a 2018 Range Rover Sport, another lyrical cameo in The Heart Part 5 and Range Brothers. The Rover's a little more versatile, less aggressive than the G-Wagon, but still smooth, still clean. It can push around 500 horsepower if he's got the V8 trim, and it's a comfortable ride for the fam, too. By this time, Kendrick's not just an artist, he's a father, a husband, a man growing at his own pace. The range is luxury for the everyday. It's the ride to the studio, the school drop-off, the low-key meetups, a quiet giant. But Kendrick's not just about the old school or the off-road. He dips into Futuristic when he wants to, and he did that with the BMW i8. That's the car that showed up in the Loyalty video with Rihanna. Sleek, butterfly doors, a 1.5-litre turbo engine paired with electric motors pushing a combined 369 horsepower. This thing doesn't just move, it glides. It's part spaceship, part sports car, a different type of flex. Not loud, not obnoxious, just forward-thinking, which makes sense for Kendrick. He's always a few years ahead, mentally and musically. The i8, that's him looking down the road, mapping out a new lane before anyone else even thinks about it. Now for the crown jewel, the one that's most him, the 1987 Buick Regal GNX. This one he picked up in March 2024 and made a whole album around it, GNX. The story runs deep. His father drove him home from the hospital in a Buick Regal, while Big Daddy Kane was playing on the stereo. That memory stayed with him like a bar that never left the page. So, in 2024, Kendrick came full circle, bought the real deal, the GNX edition. Only 547 of these were ever made. A 3.8-litre turbocharged V6 sits under the hood, and while the spec sheet might look humble, don't be fooled. It can smoke Ferraris in the quarter mile. This is raw American muscle dressed in a sharp suit. Kendrick knew exactly what he had. He flexed it on the GNX album cover, then doubled down by rolling it out during his 2025 Super Bowl halftime show. A rare car for a rare artist, both built differently. There were speculations that his GNX was also meant to troll Drake, because the GNX is faster than a Ferrari, and the owner of Ferrari is nicknamed Il Drake. Now, if we're talking about understated elegance, we've got to mention the Rolls-Royce Phantom. This isn't the car one drives. This is the car one arrives in. Jet black, smooth, and silent. It floats more than it rolls. Under the hood is a 6.75-litre twin-turbo V12, but it doesn't look like it. There's not a big story behind it in his music, no flashy cameo, but it makes sense. Kendrick doesn't need to announce himself. He's already respected, already legendary. The Phantom is just the quiet punctuation mark at the end of a sentence one never saw coming. One'll hear rumors. Maybe he's got a Ferrari 458, maybe a Lamborghini Aventador, a Tesla Model S, or even a Maybach. But those are whispers, and Kendrick doesn't move in speculation. He doesn't post, he doesn't brag, and that's the point. His car collection isn't about numbers, it's about narrative. Each one of these cars is a verse, a hook, a story in motion. From the Cadillac Seville with the scissor doors to the GNX with soul baked into the paint, Kendrick drives what matters, not what glitters. And that's what separates him. He's not racing anyone. He's just cruising through his legacy, one carefully chosen ride at a time. Thanks for watching. Be sure to drop a like on this video and subscribe to this channel to see our latest videos.